The WNBA needs to stop Alyssa Thomas because she's going to hurt someone very, very quickly. Like, how in the last game alone, she is very, very lucky not to have broken Caitlin Clark's jaw and like blew out Kennedy Carter's knee. And if you agree with this video, subscribe. We're trying to hit 28,500 subscribers by the end of the day. If we could do that, it's insane. We're only 22 off. But basically, lads, this is what happened in the last game she played. And yes, I will get onto her cheap shot in Caitlin Clark soon. But this is what happened the last game she played. So, Angel Reese is there. There's a ball to be won. She shoves Angel Reese into Kennedy Carter, who's on the ground. She meant to do that. She meant to do that. There's no way. And this is especially because she chokeslammed Angel Reese the last time they played as well. But today, she's very, very lucky not to have busted Caitlin Clark's jaw. And I mean that. Like, if you know anything about basketball, you know that, like, this isn't calling a screen either, by the way. Caitlin Clark can see the screen. She's just a little bit late. So you can see Alyssa Thomas. What does she do? She steps in. Bam. She Conor McGregor's him. Like, Conor McGregor. She did literally the Conor McGregor to Cowboy Cerrone. Like, that's literally what she did. Like, Conor McGregor came out in that fight. And the first thing he did was get him with this. Like, we've seen Conor McGregor. You look at the previous right here. You see what he does here? That shoulder there. That busted his eye socket. You cannot. And you might be saying this is a clean screen. Like, you can't do that. Someone coming at momentum. She sold it a little. I've seen jaws broken for less than this. Like, that is a jaw. Like, she could have broke her jaw. And not could have. Is very lucky not to have broken Caitlin Clark's jaw. I'm sorry, it's a haymaker. That is a haymaker. Like, there is no way you're waiting. Bam. Like, that is... Anyone who knows basketball knows this is intentional. And anyone who knows anything about... Like, I'm not an expert on any combat sport. But anyone who has ever seen... Even just seen combat sports knows that this can smash someone's jaw so easily. I've seen players get their jaws broken for less than that. Thankfully, Caitlin Clark seems to be, like, as much as she's rolled her ankle, like, her body just seems to be made of rubber sometimes because she was fine. And you might be saying, oh, this wasn't intentional. Do you know what happened right before that? Do you know what happened to possessions right before that? So, two possessions before that, Caitlin Clark, bam, hits a three. Then, Dejanay Carrington comes down, hits a big three back, shushes Caitlin Clark, and then Caitlin Clark goes and hits her behind the back, beats her, should have been an and one. The refs were scared to blow the whistle on Dejanay Carrington the whole game. And then the very next possession, she gets, it's even more obvious when you're watching it in the thing of the game. You can see her turn her whole body, like, it's even more obvious that Alyssa Thomas, like, I didn't think with the small view, I'm going to see if I can get this a little bit bigger. I didn't realize zoomed out, it's even more obvious what Alyssa Thomas did in real time. Like, that is so obviously intentional. Like, it cannot be more obvious. And, like, look, Alyssa Thomas is so lucky. She is so lucky. She's so lucky that she didn't hurt Angel Reese with the chokeslam. She's so lucky she didn't blow Kennedy Carter's knee out. She's so lucky she didn't break Caitlin Clark's jaw. Like, and the fact is that this is your all WNBA first team. This is your person who came second in MVP over A'ja Wilson. She's been trying to hurt people. Like, there are more than 3 occasions. And this is not like, and I will say this, all 3 of those were worse than the Kennedy Carter cheap shot. All 3 of those were worse than the Kennedy Carter cheap shot. And I will stand by that. Because the Kennedy Carter cheap shot, it can, like, not that it can't hurt someone, but it can hurt someone in, like, she like got a little bit shook up way. She could have taken out 3 of the most relevant players in the league. And look, as much as people don't like Kennedy Carter, she is, just from being in the vicinity of Angel Reese and just everything that's gone on with her. She has been very lucky. The fact Alyssa Thomas might be the luckiest player in the W that she didn't badly hurt one of them. Like, the Kennedy Carter situation. Kennedy Carter, again, her knees must be made of rubber. Because how the hell Kennedy Carter's knee survived this? How she didn't, like, you can see there her whole leg comes down. Like, I don't understand how she didn't blow out her knee. I have no idea how she didn't blow out her knee. And the more I watch the Caitlin Clark one, the more I'm like, how did she not break her jaw? Like, that is, like, Alyssa Thomas should count herself lucky. She's so lucky that she hasn't taken out one of the league's, like, moneymakers. She's so lucky like, Angel Reese could have broke her neck with what she did earlier in the year. She should have been throwing a game. And the fact that this wasn't even reviewed, that is, like, not only that is textbook flagrant 1. You have to call a flagrant 1 for that. And the fact of the 3 dangerous fouls she has made, she only got called for more than a common foul once. And the funniest part is that after this moment, Caitlin Clark scored 2 points the rest of the game. And in fairness, Caitlin Clark did score. It was probably the most important bucket of the game. But, like, it is, like, that is dangerous play. Like, we've seen some of the stuff, and the fact this won't get talked about, that is, in my opinion, of all the things that has happened to Caitlin Clark, that's the most dangerous. And that is the most dangerous. And that should be upgraded to a flagrant. Like, just like her one when she shoved Angel Reese onto Kennedy Carter should be upgraded for a flagrant. She knows what she's doing. Like, Alyssa Thomas knows what she's doing. You can't make as many dirty plays as Alyssa Thomas does, as frequently as Alyssa Thomas, and not mean it. And, like, the fact is that people have never played the sport of basketball have said it was a clean screen. No, it's not. No, it's not. First of all, it's moving. Second of all, you can't. Second of all, doing that to someone near their face as they're coming towards you? And that's Bush League. That is Bush League. That is one of the dirtiest plays. And again, we are very lucky that Alyssa Thomas is not stronger, or that Caitlin Clark was not coming at more momentum, because Caitlin Clark breaking her jaw to a cheap shot would be the single worst thing for WNBA. And I think the WNBA have to protect their players. Just like Angel Reese, if she had blown out someone's knee from a cheap shot from Alyssa Thomas. I genuinely think that the WNBA needs to do something about her. They need to. I don't care that she was an MVP candidate. I don't care if she was on Team USA. She is putting players in danger. And not only that, like, it is very clear she is targeting these rookies. And this is not targeting Caitlin Clark. She is not hitting them hard. She is trying to hurt them. She's not trying to shake them up. She is trying to hurt these players. And I don't just mean, like, hurt as in, maybe just give them, like, let them know you're here. Like, she is trying to injure these players. It's happened one too many times. First time it happened, maybe you can say, she was just frustrated. Second time it's happened twice in the last week. Like, if something happens 3 times, there is enough to go by it to say that again, the only person who knows she's trying to hurt them is Alyssa Thomas. I do need to say this, but, like, it's all me saying that is, like, she's the only person who knows. But from the outside looking in, like, there is a pattern there. It is almost like the optics, even if she's not trying to, the optics are awful. It looks like she's trying to hurt people. Anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.